Now, we learned in a previous episode that salt has many uses, far more than I ever realized. And one of these uses is, of course, washing certain fruits, such as lemon. I'm going to use the lemon salt to scrub the lemon. Scrub it really well, clean it up. And there we go. Now, another use for the salt is to preserve certain foods to last longer. And one of these foods is, you guessed it, lemon. And we're gonna cut it really carefully. And this is actually really, really good in terms of preserving food to last longer. And this is extremely valuable because when you think about how much we go through just to get the food in our kitchen, to produce it, to package it, and to transport it, you really want to make full use of the food that you have and appreciate it. You really want to optimize every part of it, and if you can, make it last longer. All right, I'm done layering it and putting a little bit of salt on it. Now we're actually going to put it in an airtight push down so we can make sure no air gets inside. There we go. All done. Now this is just one example of how to make food last longer. I've heard there's another more complex, even longer process. So we're gonna check it out. Follow me. I am Alana. I was born profoundly deaf, but that sure didn't stop me from trying new adventures. I love exploring the great outdoors, braving new activities, and trying delicious vegetarian food. Through this program, I am learning more and more about cherishing and protecting our Earth. Now, follow me!
anh cha thiên ngày lấy ký sanh tăng chắc khi hoa say my anh cha say my anh. Oh, see the beautiful fruit.
This is persimmon.
Yes.
Wow.
When I was young child,
Yeah.
this mountain is my play and walking
Playground.
here. Yes, all around here.
Wow, how big? The whole area?
Yes, all the mountain is long is my play. 这整片的山一共有5甲地，好，上面有种橘子，有种香蕉，有种柿子，还有种桃子、李子，还有种茶叶。所以我很小的时候就跟妈妈来采水果、来采茶、来工作，我都在这山上玩。所以这个柿子树是我们从小长大的伙伴。
Wow. How old were you when you started to pick the fruit?
5岁，6岁我可以。
你来这
我身
个
上，我6岁我 I follow my mother。
哇，是小孩。啊，是小米。
Yeah, is。那个好漂亮，那个是鼻士啊。
你是小孩，你喜欢在那边玩？
我爬上去啊。
是吗？
好，你要不要爬看啊？
哪里？
爬那个树啊。
下面。
对呀，你等一下爬一个树，要不要？好玩哦。很好玩。
哇！可以吗？
可以。
耶！I'm noticing they're all different colors, so I'm asking her what kind of color is the best.
This
This is okay. So I'm learning the darker, redder, orange, deeper orange colors are a bit more ripe than the yellow ones. So they'll be a bit sweeter and a bit juicier when you eat them. Right. Next one.
Yes.
我要哪里？
这里找寻。See， 这个。
哦，好，
来。
This is an adventure for me. How do you get it?
This way.
Yeah. 没关系，谢谢你。
谢谢你，谢谢。
这个两个可以。
这两个可以，这两个可以。这个可以哈。Yes. You can. Yes. Very good. Very good. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
You got 2 in 1. What is that?
A catcher of fly. 这个瓶子哈是要捕捉那个果蝇呐。那果蝇它喜欢金黄色的东西，所以我们过来的时候，它就会粘在这个上面。这是我们一个防治害虫的一个方法，就是你不要用农药，用这种方式去捉那个害虫。
That's a smart way. And 是黄色。 看水果一样的颜色，
他喜欢，
很聪明。
那 Bright 喜欢那个 color， 那个颜色，他喜欢那个颜色。哦，等一下，
Whoa! It looks like a mix between an orange and an onion, kind of because you can see all the layers, but also the orange color. Go look You could be hot. I'm trying to describe the flavor, and it's very interesting because it doesn't taste like any of the fruit I normally eat. It's like slightly sweet, slightly tangy, slightly dry. It's a mix of everything combined together, and it's very satisfying flavor. Oh, sure. I am completely surrounded by persimmon trees, and as you can see, some of them are turning red, which means autumn is coming. And this got me thinking about a phrase that I heard a lot growing up, which is right food, right season. But now I'm really starting to realize that this offers a lot of benefits for us, and it's something that I want to be more conscious of. Offers numerous benefits. For example, it's much better for the environment, and it's also better for our bodies. So let's go and enjoy some persimmon. Wow. Okay. After we finish picking it, what's the next step?
I'll show you. Follow me.
Follow her.
Hi. 你知道他们在做什么吗？我们采回来以后，要先做这个。
可是里面还要，
不可以，不可以哈，那个拿掉会坏掉，会吸。烤的时候没有办法。
See the difference between what she just cut off the leaves and the one without the leaves, but we're keeping this in because that's what keeps the fruit fresh. If we remove it, it's going to be exposed to all the bugs and probably rot. 他们都很快，
很快。
Yeah, so how many every day? 每天多少
？3000台币。
是啊，哇，
1400公斤。
went 2,400 kilos.
Yes. 2,400 kilo.
You have each of them. Shani.
Okay.
What do I do? Take fire.
Yes, it's good.
I've been working on one and they finished the whole plate.
Yes.
I have a question. Why do you take off the skin?
Because 这个皮啊，就是蜡质的，像你这个皮鞋啊，像这个。
Oh.
所以你要把它削掉，它才可以脱水。
Miss Lou just explained to me that they remove the skin because the wax prevents the evaporation process. So when they remove the skin and they put it out in the sun for 7 days, then that allows the water to evaporate so that you get the really nice, sweet flavor.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh,
Okay. Oh, I tell you the story in here. My mother's story. 那个柱子是因为以前我的母亲，因为她累了，她要站起来的时候，她要扶着那个柱子。
Wow, it might look like an ordinary wall because the pigment would get on her clothes and her mom would simply push this to stand up. Something very ordinary, but it turned into a meaningful reminder for her.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So when you think of your mom, you will think
Yes.
of this
Yes.
wall.
I like my mommy.
Oh,
I like my mommy. 那有一次就是经济部来人的人来，他看到那个柱子，他问我们说那个柱子为什么会有这么漂亮的颜色？我们就告诉他是因为我母亲要扶着柱子起来的时候，上面染上的颜色洗不掉也刷不掉。然后他就有一个灵感，他就说，他就找了。台南应用大学的教授来教我们植物染，再重新有释染这个创意产业出来。
I thought this was a really unique way for them to remember their mother. But what happens with the skin, I'm wondering. I really don't want to see them waste it. And thankfully, when I asked Miss Lou, she said they do not waste it. They still make sure every part of this precious persimmon that they've handpicked is used. Now, I'm not quite sure how they use the skin, but I'm told we're about to find out. So follow me. We have a lot of really cool designs in front of us. So you must have so many different designs that you can do. But today we're just going to learn a couple.
这个叫云染抓的，
对，
这一个呢叫假染。那还有不同
还有
的，那这
这个
个夹两边，
是
夹两
这个
边就是这样。
我喜欢这个，
夹两
好看
边。所以它的纹样不大一样哈。不大一样
哇，
那还有这一个
第
呢？
三个，
这一个呢是比较简单的，它是绑圈圈而已哈，绑圈圈而已。
这个，
对啊，这个绑两个圈圈，它出来就是这样。来，
哇，
这几款呢，你喜欢哪一种技法？
我喜欢这个。
这个哈，好，这个
I picked out the design for this one because I want to see how they're able to get really sharp, clean, geometrical designs in a very unique way. So we'll see.
好，来，我们要折扇形，折扇形一样对折，一样对折，
哇，
这样夹住，这个叫夹染啊。
cool.
橡皮筋要绑很紧哈，绑到橡皮筋没办法拉它才会这样它才会留白，
对，
啊。
对。
没有紧的话不会留白哈。
So right now she's actually binding the two sticks together so that we can press the cloth. So when we dye it, the persimmon dye can't get in between the two sticks, hence the designs.
好，一点点，
好，我拿帮你，就这个下面，
两只
都可以
夹着对，
好，可以吗
可以啊，就用橡皮筋绑。
？Oops. I'm a little clumsy here. There we go. Okay.
绑好了，
你的比较好看。
我们要来去煮了哈。啊，后面呢是我们
哦
的煮染的地方哈，我们的锅具都在这边哈。我们现在呢是要先来萃取染料啊，所以我们呢有这个
这是什么？
柿皮，
哦
就是他们在做柿饼削下来的皮哈。
This is the persimmon skin that we just peeled off, and it's here, and it's sticky.
这个是含有单宁，还有胶质，你看黏黏的，黏黏
It
的，
feels sticky like wax.
它是很好的染料。好，我们现在要下锅哈，
Oh,
煮哈，来，我们把它
you're gonna put all of it in.
倒进来，下哈。
Wow.
这个呢，我们开火下去就是要
哦我帮你
一直搅
我帮
拌，
你
来，
I'll help
好
you
一直搅拌。
Oh, yeah. How long do you stir it for to get the color out?
开始煮到要7个小时，这就是我们
Oh, 看看呢 look at the color.
这个是我们昨天煮的哈，闻闻看，
Oh, it smells like persimmon already.
丢下去煮，哦，一样，所以棍子一样要一直搅。
这个
哦，对对对，
好，
我们煮半小时，半小时之后跟刚才一样，要做定色。
是吗？
对。
Wow, because I notice inside you have many different scarves. They're all brown, but they're all different shades of brown, lighter to darker. So I was wondering, how do you do that?
染料的浓度
Uh,
就是会影响它的染出来色的深浅。
是吗？
我们现在煮好了，捞起来，拧干，
好。
拧干。好，我们
That's
来
a really strong persimmon smell right now.
很香，
好香啊！
好来，
啊，这饼是什么？
铜醋酸铜
哦，
定色剂，好丢进去，
吃啊！
对，丢进来，一样要半小时哈，它就是会显色，就是咖啡色啊。我们洗一洗之后，我们再来拆，来，
好，
好，就把这个开讲啊，就把这个拆掉。
Wow! I mean, think about it. It's just 2 sticks. It's not even waterproof, but it works in keeping the liquid out. We've only done it for a short time. You can already see the persimmon dyes the color of the cloth. Let's take a look at the color if we can.
因为我们染的时间不够长，所以它颜色没有很深。
Oh, look, it works! We can see the diamond shapes right here.
就完成了哈。
Oh, is this the color? Will it get darker in the sun?
会，如果我们没有做定色的话，太阳晒，你看我们那边就是在晒，你过来看。
I can see your hand marks where you grabbed it and you twisted it here, here,
对
here,
对对
there.
对，
And you open it up, you see the really cool designs in between where the fabric did not get sun. 好漂亮！
这个你看接触阳光的地方，它颜色就
哇
深。自然它就是这么它的特色就是在这里，太阳越晒颜色越深。一年当中有柿皮可以煮染，就是这个季节。那像夏天的时候没有柿果怎么办？我们就是会利用那个柿农。 7、8月的时候，它会蔬果，它蔬下来果，早期是丢掉了，那现在我们会跟柿农买下来，榨汁当成我们的染料。
We we just saw 3 really cool design processes for how they're able to take the skin of the persimmon and dye plain white cloth to bring it alive with a variety of shades and designs. But now we're going to go back and check on our persimmons. Woo. This is amazing. I'm at loss for words because completely surrounded by nature, completely surrounded by rich forest and farmland. And take a look at the ones here that have been in the sun a bit longer. So you can see that the water has really evaporated, which is why we removed the skin in the first place.
给它按摩
Ah, squeeze,
Look at my hand.
massage.
You put your finger. Yes. Like
Squeeze.
它
So we're squeezing them and then putting them back on the plate and they cannot touch each other.
Yeah.
很多吗？还是一点点？
一点可以很多一点，不可以裂开来哦。这传统做法的柿饼是很辛苦的，要经过日晒，要经过碾压，要经过炭烤啊，每天要跟太阳赛跑，要赶快削好晒太阳，然后每天要不停的去跟它按摩，按摩完的话，烘焙是整个晚上的工作是非常非常辛苦，而且耗损率比较高，因为没有防腐剂。漂亮的小姑娘，漂亮的小姑娘，欢迎你到这里来。太阳公公出来了，左捏捏，右捏捏，万事如意。耶！耶！这行。柿饼是个非常营养非常丰富的一种果干，然后它也会长出另外一种霜，那种霜是非常珍贵的哈，它可以对你的气管非常好哈。然后经过日晒的食品，它的成分里面有一个硒，它也是一样非常好的一个抗氧化的一个成分哈，所以这柿饼其实是上天给我们一个非常好的礼物。
You and I know that this is no ordinary bite because you've been with me through the entire process of hard work and labor that it takes to get the persimmon to this, and it makes me really appreciative of the product and the value for this because I am learning that this is not only a fruit but it is representative of an entire culture, an entire environment, an entire generations and generation of hard work. As you saw, Miss Lou and her mom with the wall and the family and the love and the clothing, the outfit, everything represented through this fruit. And this is something I'm learning in all other Follow Alana episodes, is that everything from nature can be used. Again, for example, we saw the persimmon. We're eating the inside for ourselves, but we don't waste the skin. Even though we don't eat it, we still use it in the dye, as you saw. And this demonstrates a really valuable concept that everything from nature can and should be used and preserved. We also really appreciate this food because it demonstrates extending the life of food so we can avoid wasting it and enjoy a delicious treat in the meantime. She was trying to save me. Look at her.
She likes you. 小心哦。
不起，对不起。